So we tried our stream just a little bit different here. And I can hear the sound now, so you should be able to hear me as well. So actually, let's test this out. Let's see a few comments, and we're going to try to pop them up on the screen. You're going to see that it shows up a little bit different, a little bit clearer for you guys, okay? So we're going to test this out live during your noon forecast, and then we'll get to your actual forecast. So as we test this out, and wait for those comments to come in, what I was showing you were those storms yesterday. This is from Dumas, Texas. So we saw some massive hail down in Dumas, Dimmitt, Tuliite last night. Now, this was a 3-star hailstorm. It was massive hail, but it didn't hit too many people, enough that it's a 3-star, however. Now, out in Kansas, we saw a lot of hail as well. So that's anywhere from Garden City all the way to Topeka, Kansas. So right in the northern half of the state. Today, we have another very similar setup to what we saw yesterday. We've got a dry line hanging out there, low pressure system as well. This is not only going to bring storms to the Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle, but it's also going to bring storms out in Denver all the way to Dallas. So we're quiet across the Midwest right now. Midwest, wait your turn. We have storms for you early next week. Not today, early next week. Today, those storms will be farther out into places like Kansas, Texas, Oklahoma. Current temperatures are in the upper 60s, 69 here in Oklahoma City, 69 out in Kansas City as well. Cooler air is trying to make its way down into the plains, but we still have that warm air off to the Midwest. We'll see those temperatures dip just a little bit as we head into the weekend. Hey, the Memorial Marathon is happening here in Oklahoma City this weekend. It may be nice and chilly for that run. Not great for the watchers, great for those runners though. All right, let's take a look at those storms on this afternoon. So for Thursday, for today, what we're watching for here is the best chance to see storms highlighted there in orange. So that's a level 3 risk. Level 2 highlighted in yellow, that's a slight risk. Anywhere from the southeastern side of Colorado all the way to southwestern Texas, western side of Oklahoma, and the western side of Texas. So what we're watching for here are storms very similar to be popping up in the afternoon hours. So the afternoon to the evening, I would say right around 3, 4 o'clock, watch this line of storms just explode. And that's what we're going to see, pretty similar to yesterday, happen once again tonight. Could you see a random storm or two up near Denver? I think that's absolutely possible. Going to be pretty isolated out near Colorado. The farther east that you go into places like Iowa, Omaha, Des Moines, these storms are going to be pretty clustered. So your chance for rain, pretty high. Your chance for hail, much lower. You're going to get those larger hailstones from these isolated storms that go anywhere from the southwestern side of Kansas all the way down into the western side of Texas. So let's move on to tomorrow, and then we'll break down your hazards, okay? Tomorrow we have a marginal risk. Storms will be pretty isolated tomorrow, but once again, we still have a chance for some pretty large hail here. So we've got tons of moisture. There's your dry line. Very, very clear setup here. Here's your hail, forecasted hail model. Pretty impressive, right? You want these darker colors. You want these reds, these pinks. We really get some large hailstones from this model popping into places like Amarillo. I actually think this is sitting right on top of Amarillo. But still, we could see that large hail anywhere from the eastern side of Colorado all the way down into Oklahoma. I think that this is a pretty impressive model. So let's take a look at your hail forecast. This is your hail trace hail forecast. From Amarillo to Lubbock, there's your best chance for large hail up to the size of a baseball today. If we go farther up to the north into places like Wichita, Liberal, and Denver, you could see those larger hail sizes, but the chances get a lot lower as you head farther up to the north. If you go out to the east, I mentioned that these storms are going to be quite clustered. So the hail sizes are going to be smaller, like the size of a quarter. Oklahoma City and Dallas, your timing's just not right on this. Storms will come into our area as we head into the late night hours, and I think that the hail sizes will be a lot smaller by that point as well. So for today, I think I put baseball size hail, tennis ball size hail. I could see us getting up to baseball size hail on here. Taking a look at the wind forecast, we could see some high wind today, although I don't think that we're going to get over 75 miles an hour. So right around that 65 to 70 mile per hour range. As we head into that tornado forecast here, now it does look pretty impressive in places like Amarillo, but that level 1 risk stretches almost up to Denver. So we're in the southeastern side of Colorado. Level 1 highlighted there in green, level 2 highlighted in yellow. Supercells could absolutely rotate and produce tornadoes, especially down in the Texas Panhandle later on this evening and into the late night hours. Right around sundown, maybe an hour or two after, is the best chance for those tornadic storms. Taking a look at your future radar, starting up to the north and then moving down to the south, you can see that those storms get a lot more impressive as we head into the evening hours. I'd say between about 3 to 5 o'clock this afternoon and evening. Then as we head into the overnight hours, storms start to cluster a little bit more, looking less impressive as we see them come into places like Kansas City and Wichita. However, you could still get some rain, especially early tomorrow morning in these places, so watch out for that flooding risk. As we head into Friday looks still pretty impressive for storms. However, not as impressive as today. So we still have Colorado included in this. You know what I would do? I would bring that storm risk up to Colorado. But this is the SPC model right here. What we're looking for are storms anywhere from the western side of Texas all the way to southwestern Oklahoma, including Oklahoma City, and this risk for high wind, large hail. And I think that tornado risk is very, very low for tomorrow. So high wind and large hail, that's what we're watching for. Oklahoma City in the low category for large hail. Amarillo, Midland. I kept you guys in that moderate category, that moderate risk level highlighted there in yellow. That's a level 2. And we could see up to quarter size. I think that we'll probably see something larger here, especially as you get in between Amarillo and Midland. I think that you could see closer to baseball size hail. Alrighty, moving on to your max forecasted hail size for tomorrow as well. I mentioned right in between that tennis ball to baseball size hail. Wind forecast here, 65 to 70 miles an hour. And your tornado forecast for tomorrow, not looking very impressive. But we don't stop there. We have another chance for storms as we head into Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. And I thought I had that in here. Okay, maybe it's a few graphics from now. We'll get to it, okay? 68 in Oklahoma City, 78 for your temperatures as we head into the afternoon hours. Really nice day today. 75 for tomorrow here in Oklahoma City, 66 out in Kansas City, 76. We've got the 70s and 80s farther down to the Gulf Coast. Not very windy. I haven't seen this wind model bring us any really strong wind gusts. Nothing too concerning here. It does look like as we head into the next few weeks, we're talking about April 29th through May 3rd. So the first week of May, temperatures are likely to stay above average for this time of the year. So what does that mean for your storm risk? Well, for storms, you need 4 ingredients. 2 of those ingredients include high heat. So you need heat, you need warm temperatures, and you also need moisture. And it looks like we're not only getting heat as we head into the first week of May, but we've also got that really good moisture chance. So it does look like we'll stay pretty active in this very active pattern as we head into the first week of May. So we're not stopping anytime soon. And we know that from our future models. We have a risk for storms today, tomorrow, Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday. So we'll make sure that you're updated on those forecasts. We already have a map that shows every single day's risks, every risk for every day, already on our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube pages. So head over there, take a look at that map, and join us back here for the forecast tomorrow. We promise we're fixing the kinks here, so we're making sure that it works well for you. We've got multiple brains working on this issue here. But thanks for following us. If you are not following us already, head over to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And if you're interested in a hail, wind, or tornado map, yes, we have all of those maps from storms yesterday in Kansas, Texas, already mapped at hailtrace.com. You can give us a call to get subscribed at 855-334-4245 or email us at info@hailtrace.com. All right, thanks for joining us today. I'm meteorologist Taylor Cox, and we'll see you back here same time, same place tomorrow.